Master of the newsroom, K. Shivram, the man and the journalist. Born on 5th April 1924. K. Shivram was the grandson of Pallisheri Tekke Komarat Parukutti Amma and the renowned Kavi Tilakan Kundur Narayana Menon from the maternal side, and Ambat Ikkalli Amma and Champathil Nannu Manandiyar from the paternal side. Son of Kalyani Kuti Amma and the famous advocate Ambat Shivram Menon, a nationalist and politician who became Minister for Development in Kochi's first elected government. Shivram, as an infant, amidst the other siblings, was very quiet. As a child, he was mostly an onlooker of happenings around, rarely a participant. As a youth, he became more and more sober and was always calm and complacent. During childhood, he was seldom engaged in the usual pranks of children of his age. Even at the young age, he was a quiet observer and silent to a fault. He never appeared boisterous or vociferous when talking to others. He had very little love for sports. Books were his companions, occupying most of his time. He had the gift to converse with people of all ages. He was named Shivram after his father and fondly called Tangam, meaning pure gold in Malayalam. It is believed that his mother had an intuition that he would grow up to be like his father, very intelligent, steadfast on principles, patient, tolerant, and always self effacing. That was what he was as he grew up to be a man. He had his earliest schooling in the Montessori school in Madras. His high school and college education were in the Vivekodaya Boys High School and St. Thomas College in Thrissur in the erstwhile Cochin state. He had a brilliant academic career and was a gifted orator. K. Shivram played a leading role in organizing student participation in the freedom struggle during his college days. He was arrested and imprisoned during the Quit India movement of 1942. After his college education, he set out to meet Gandhiji. After a long journey, he finally reached Sevagram. He wanted to be part of the freedom struggle. On Gandhiji's advice and without any forethought, and armed with Gandhiji's blessings and his autograph on a 5 rupee note, he returned. After brief stints as engineering apprentice at Hindustan Aircraft Factory, Bangalore, as civilian employee of US Army Air Force, and as secretary to a businessman, he took up journalism as his career. Eventually, he became a pillar of Free Press Journal in Mumbai, an acharya of the craft called sub-editing, working alongside great stalwarts like Sadanand, P.K. Rabindranath, T.J.S. George, A. Hariharan, M.V. Kamath, M.K.B. Nair, and Bal Thackeray. The world did not know this quiet man who sat quietly in a quiet corner and did his work. But a generation of readers grew up enjoying the handiwork of this skilled craftsman. He got the rewards all gifted journalists got in Free Press Journal. He was sacked 3 times by the owner, and 3 times he was taken back with love and open arms. After his third comeback, he was promoted as chief sub-editor. He met Amni at Free Press Journal in Bombay. On April 6, 1957, he married Amni, daughter of Achama and Korekata Totam V. Matai of Muatupura. Theirs was a love marriage, a taboo at that time. With an MA in English, she was the first woman journalist of Kerala. During her career, she worked as school teacher, as sub-editor with Free Press Journal and Indian Express, and as a freelance writer. Bal Thackeray, who was then the cartoonist at Free Press Journal, used to call the news desk Malayali Club. Together, they set up their own home in Ahmedabad after spells of hectic professional activity in several parts of the country. They named the house Komarat after his father's maternal joint family name. He maintained contact with all his relatives back home in Kerala till the end. He brought up his three children and his grandchildren as model citizens, imparting to each one of them some of his own innate qualities, especially a touch of humility. He infused in each one of them a sense of social responsibility and a commitment to personal rectitude and concern for others. His grandchildren have also imbibed some of his sterling qualities. He used his professional skills and art not to enrich himself, but to embellish life around him. He didn't become a revolutionary or a political worker, party leader, social reformer, or minister, nor become a workshop owner either. He had the background, the circumstances, and the aptitude to become all these and some more. He was as passionate a journalist as he was an intense family man. His filial affiliations, familial attachments, and his unquestioned loyalty to friends were his most explicit characteristics. As a journalist, he has worked for the Free Press Journal, Bombay, from 1944 to 1959, Indian Express from 1961 to 1979, Nehru Foundation for Development 1979 to 1984, and the Center for Environment Education from 1984 to 1989. He was on the visiting faculty of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan's HB Institute of Mass Communication and on the Board of Studies for Journalism of the Universities of Gujarat and Kerala. He has served as president of Gujarat Union Journalists and national committee member of Indian Federation of Working Journalists. Soft spoken, poised, a brisk walker, though he was a heart patient, having had 6 attacks, the last one being fatal. Together, Shivram and Amni raised 3 children, left an everlasting impression on all the 5 grandchildren and the rest of the family. As parents, they gave full freedom to their children, letting them venture into whatever the children wanted. As grandparents, they loved all the 5 grandchildren and enjoyed every moment of their company. Life was not easy for them. There were ups and downs, and a great tragedy too in their lives, which they faced bravely and with dignity. Shivram stood by the side of Amni all through her operation and treatment for cancer, and was an embodiment of strength and a strong pillar to the family when they lost their eldest son in a car accident. Being there, grieving silently. Together, Amni and Shivram were working on an autobiography of Amni, My Family, My People. Shivram finished data entry of the book on his computer at home. At night, he asked his son to get a hard copy printed the following day. He was at peace and was very happy for having completed it. It was 4th November 2005, early morning of 5th November 2005. He was gone. A pure Gandhian, wore khadi clothes, soft-spoken and dignified. Shivram led a life of simplicity and humility. K. Shivram lived a full life and left this mortal world in a split second. Today is his 100th